Good morning. Easter greetings on this Thursday morning. My name is Dries and I'm the pastor of University Presbyterian Church, and I'm visiting with you today from one of my favorite places, and that is my own backyard. Beth and I created a little sanctuary for us here at our own house, as we love being outside in nature and in our own garden. We find healing, and especially during this time of COVID-19, we find stress relief and healing and a place to connect with our spirituality and with God, and also with you, as there are so many reminders in our garden of different places we visited, of different people who've given us plans, or maybe just a plan that reminds us of somebody. So as we're looking forward to Sunday morning's worship service, I want to remind you that we will have an Earth Day celebration on Sunday morning, as this is Earth Day coming up. This coming Sunday, we will actually find ourselves with the disciples, that first group of Christians, afraid behind locked doors, as they themselves were in isolation just after Jesus' resurrection. But the grace and the good news of the story is that Jesus comes into that place of isolation, fear and anxiety, and showed himself to that group of fearful disciples. And even more, he go beyond and he allowed Thomas to touch the marks on his hands, the injuries on his hands and on his side. He allowed Thomas to touch his wounds. And especially on this Earth Day, I believe we can experience something of that first group of disciples seeing Jesus after the resurrection outside in nature. Especially we think of the healing we find in nature, and we think of God revealing God's self in nature, and we think of and we connect with the wounds that we see in nature, and we connect that with Jesus's wounds. And this Earth Day, I want you to contemplate how we can touch the wounds of nature, knowing that we're touching Jesus's wounds, and how that can bring not only healing to nature, but bringing healing to ourselves. I don't think you can see it very clearly, but this weekend Beth and I planted a little baba willow. And a baba willow is a species of a desert willow that was identified by a former member of University Presbyterian Church, Paul Cox, and he named it Baba Willow. So in our own backyard, in memory of Paul and of University Presbyterian Church and the Cox family, we planted our own Baba Willow, because for us this is a way we connect with each one of you, but also thinking of Paul and all the saints who has gone before us during this time of fear and isolation. Thank you so much, and I see you in worship on Sunday.